because seriously, see what I'm working with. The life of a curly girl. Gotta use a bonnet, gotta shake it off in the morning, and all those little particles are flying around. They may be either product or they may be just dead cells. That's what it is. But I washed my hair, what was it, Sunday, and today's Tuesday, so it's just 2 days. I'm gonna refresh it a little because I'm looking a bit crazy, not too much, but usually I just put a little bit of water all around it to kind of reactivate some product, so I don't have to reuse more product. And sometimes just been like that, but since today I'm making a video and I don't want to look extra crazy, I'm gonna do a little more, but usually I don't really do too much. You know, I came across a reel from Cynthia from the Work Rex, and now I want to draw Cynthia and make a pattern and make it into a hoodie. I think that's all. See, that's all I needed. Just a little oomphy. And of course I gotta put your stuff in. It's alright. There. Put a little hair clip here so it gets out of my face because it gets very, very annoying. And lastly, so I don't look like a dead person, I used some bronzer, just a little bit. I don't like much makeup unless I'm really going full on makeup, then yeah. But that's it. That's it. No more. And we look not deadly. So today I figured I will take you through my full coverage pieces. Get some light going on here. My full coverage pieces, and I want to take inventory of them. So let's do some inventory. Let's go through my Excel sheets and see what actually I have kitted up or not, because I know in 2020 I started like, y'all, I don't even know the number. I think it's like 40 something, and I just started it like with 200 stitches. If you saw my whip parade, I'm gonna put it, if you didn't see it, I'm gonna put it right here. But today I want to know what is kitted up, what is not, because I know I've gone through phases that I've kitted up some and some are not. So yeah, let's do that. And let's see how that goes. I don't know what this video is gonna be about, but I want to take you through going through my inventory. I should actually stitch Cam's pattern, something like got inventory or taking inventory. That's her pattern, taking inventory. I should stitch that. Luna is accompanying me, right, Mama? Yeah. So if you hear those clack clack clack, you know that's her. Okay, so apparently Milka from 2021 was smart enough to actually do a full coverage whip list on Excel sheet. She was so smart. I'm gonna show you. She wrote everything. So I wrote a list in 2020. Well, it was showing 2021. Now I can't see it. But in 2021, I think this is the list like where I can't open it. I don't know why. I tried already, but I think it was when I had it in 75. It showed a year. Oh no. Okay, so here I saw 2021. I think this is like the year that I started these, or by the time it was all 2020, but in 2021 these were all the stitches that I had in each one of these full coverages. And then I'm assuming this year I took inventory of all my pattern keeper. Let me open it up a little more. Like, oh, my pattern keeper progress, like how many stitches I had in each one. And I was highlighting in green. I usually highlight in green the ones that are like fully kitted up, and I only have 8 full coverage out of 41 all kitted up. So yeah, that's a task. That's why I haven't worked on all of the other ones that I want to work. I have the floss for them. I know I have the floss like pulled for them. I just haven't done the floss cards. So you sneezing, Mama. So, I know I have to add one more here because I want to start this. I want to start this project soon. It's called Red Rose Snow White. So I should just, let's see. Ooh, let me see if I don't shake you too much. I'm holding this with one hand and paste it here because the red, oh, it's not gonna paste. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I ran out of space a long time ago, if you can see it here. And I think that's why it's not letting me update it. That sucks. Let me see. Here. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna, hopefully it works. I'm going to download it and just transfer it to my Mega Stitches drive because this one is full. Cool. So now, this is all my whips since 2020. And that's how I keep, this is how I keep track of all my whip lists or all my whips. I have the project name, the designer, when I started, when I finished. And as you can see, all of them were started in 2020 because, and the green means that they're done. Yellow is in progress. Super green. Neon green is like, I want to finish it like now. Pay attention to that, so and so. But I have more tabs here, and I edit them every year. So you see 2024 to 20, like need to finish 2025, so and so, knitting, everything. I have everything here. My dimensions, which I haven't updated because I have more dimensions now, Riolis, samplers, etc. But let's go here, which is all kitted HAEDs and Tilton's Craft, because those are my two brands, or the two companies that I've used for full coverage in the past. And let's see if it lets me edit. Yay. Okay, cool. I don't have to deal with that. And basically have a column which says kitted, which I should just put an X here because that was the intent of that column, but I started putting colors. I'm a very visual person, so that's probably why I colored it. And then it says my pattern keeper stitches on that date, June or July 2025. I also get confused with months. Sorry, not sorry. Pattern keeper stitches by 2021. The size, basically if they're full coverage, that's what I meant by that, or like if it's not a full coverage or not. And that's how I have it. How wide it is, how high, total of stitches, how many colors. And then I don't know why I copied, because that's the same date. Don't know why I have this column. Anyway, I had the great intention of updating all these whips in 2025. As you can see, that didn't happen. I totally forgot that I had this throughout the whole year, like to see what I touched. And then this column, it says stitches left in 2020. So it's basically a formula that it will subtract whatever I have. I think, where is it? Yeah, I think is whatever I add here in these columns to that column, and then it will give me a summary of it. Anyway, it was a good plan, but not very well executed. Oh, I have to add that project that I want to start. Rose Red Snow White. Okay, I need to close, first of all, I need to close some tabs because I'm getting confused here. And this is the one that I cannot edit. Okay, here. And this is a HAED. And I'm not going to update none of these things, but I'm going to put it in red because it also needs started. If you didn't know, I started working recently. I've been posting on Instagram, Birds and Blooms Garden. So I'm going to color it green, that is fully kitted. because I finished that. It took me 6 hours, y'all, to kit that project up. That's why I don't like to kit up HAEDs or full coverage pieces in general. And I'm going to show you the progress, because why not? This is my progress. Uh, Birds and Blooms Garden. This is by artwork by Amy Stewart. I can show you a picture here. It is so stunning. I adore and love all the birds, like all of them. It's kind of funny. This is an 18 count Ada, and let me put it on this side. This is an 18 count Ada, and it's kind of funny because I started here doing 2 strands, full cross, and then I was like, oh no, this is tough, because I haven't worked on an 18 count Ada for a full coverage in, I don't think ever. Actually, that's not true, but probably like 1 project I have like that, and it's using a different floss, so I'm just using 1 strand. And I was like, no, converting all my full coverage to 10 stitch, because a beautiful community, of course, came with a solution for these projects that are huge and very time consuming. So I tried 4 strands, 10 stitch. That looked too bulky. I think I tried it, actually, yeah, it will be a little bit uncomfortable to show you, so I'm just gonna insert some pictures. But I tried 4 strands. It was too tough, y'all. Too tough to push through the needle, through the fabric. I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's just too much, too tough in my hands. And then I was looking for, like, how many strands do you use on an 18 count for 10 stitch? And Jamie and a lot of other beautiful people from another full coverage group on Facebook sent me a post. Here's the post, and basically it was telling you like the coverage, like 1 strand, with 2 strands, 3 strands, 4 strands. And I was like, okay, let me try. I didn't like 4 strands, so I was like, okay, let me try 2 strands. And I started trying 2 strands in the bird, and I really like that, because usually how I do my full coverage, I do 1 leg, and then I fill up the area with 1 leg, and then I go back and cross it. Kind of give me a time to not look at the computer, not look at the tablet. And I really like how that fell in this fabric. It was feeling smooth, you know. So I was like, let me use 2 strands, and I started doing the bird. But I am very aware that the bird has light colors, right? So what I said, okay, I need to try the black, because that's probably gonna be the concern in this pattern. But this pattern is so colorful and doesn't have many black areas besides like a big bird and, you know, some background in the foliage. So I tried 2 strands for the black, and I didn't like it. It was too sparse. So what I did, I was like, okay, let me try 1 strands, because I don't like 4 strands in 10 stitch. And I did like the coverage for 3 strands on an 18 count Ada on 10. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 2 strands of floss, 2/1, 10 stitch on the whole piece, and then 310, the black color, I will do 3 strands. So that's the plan for this. It's looking gorgeous. And if you're wondering if I'm going to frog or pull out the beginning of this, y'all, I would not do that. It will stay like that. I don't think it bothers me. I don't really care. So, you know, if I get more into this project and I keep seeing it like it's so obvious, then I might do something, but knowing me, I probably won't. Honestly. Okay. Y'all, I forgot the mic. So sorry. My goodness. What a professional floss doer. Might as well just fire me from YouTube. I totally forgot about the mic, and I went to review the video, and I noticed. I'm like, oh shoot. Oh well. Anyway, sorry for the sound change. Hopefully it's better. But I kitted up. This whole project is looking a bit messy already, but you know how it goes with full coverage pieces. It has some beautiful colors, which I love. It's so colorful. Like, you don't get bored, which I love. I don't like very muted colors. So bright colors. I mean, okay. I like muted color for some things, but when you have a colorful palette like this, it's just you see the stitches clearly. Everything is like very there. You don't get confused with what color is this, what color is that. You know, sure, there might be like some very similar shades of pinks or reds, but in purple, it's just so pretty. Oh my gosh! And I put like a hair tie, very loosely hair tie to kind of have them all together because yeah, it was a mess. And by the way, Milka from 2020, um, she thought, she was following the floss amount from the spreadsheet from the PDF that HAED provides. So I went over it and used a little table of contents or whatever. It is like a little spreadsheet that's running around, but if you use like apps like Saga, it will also tell you how much floss you need for the project. Anyway, I bought extra floss, so y'all, all this floss was hostage in this kit. So I imagine that I have so many more hostage in 41 HAEDs that I have kitted. So you better not see me at Michael's buying floss. Like, either I will be substituting or something, because I have no excuse to say I need a DMC. I don't think for at least a long time. Um, of course, after I go through all these freaking kits and actually do the thing, which I don't want to do, but I have to do. Anyway, I think I'm talking a lot and I'm rambling a lot, so let's just see what we have. I have that whole corner, man. I don't want to make more messes. Do I just urge for messes? Because seriously, like, everything is kind of tidied up and now I just want to make more messes. Does that happen to you? Comment below. I also want to use these, and don't ask me what this is because you already know what that is. That was Miss Luna when she was a puppy, or either I put it in the wrong space area and she found out. But these are stickers that you can write. They're from DJ Office, all-purpose labels. And I want to kind of rename or just put like the name of the HAEDs in the totes in the front, because when I have them stacked up like this, let me see. Oops. Let me move my mouth. When I have them stacked like this, I can't see the name unless I start like flipping through them, and it's pretty like uncomfortable because I have a lot of them all stacked up. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, did you see my oh Jesus, yeah, I can't hear you. These are my
cassette player socks. Oh.
Okay, I don't know what's the most efficient way of doing this. I think I'm going to put them here so they can be at a decent height, and I'm going to move you. I'm also going to use a red marker to mark like a square or something, indicating that that's the one that's not kitted up, so I can slowly work on them eventually. But let's see what we have. Do you see all right? Okay, so when I kit up anything, I like to have my DMC set, which are these, closer to my desk so I can just turn and get whatever I need. Stuffy that I'm also stuffy. I want to pull my pattern keeper, my tablet nearby me. Because I know for sure sometimes by the little progress that I have, I don't know what it is. So I go to pattern keeper and kind of see the silhouette or whatever it looks like, and I know which project it is if I don't have it very good labeled, or if the project has been swapped around and I don't know. So I'm gonna pull my pattern keeper since that's where I started putting all my projects at the beginning. I always pick the worst days for me to record when I'm all stuffy. Okay, here we go. So I have my labels and let's just start. Okay, here it says that I have magic study, but I really don't. I have only one, which is just the magic study. I have magic study and actually So I'm gonna just write also with a Sharpie because this I wrote with pen and I can barely see it. So I'm gonna write bigger. Magic study. Oops, I can't get it all in. I don't like how that looks. Let's write it. And Magic Study is a retire pattern. I know that for sure because, and I lost the sticker. Where I'm going to put it is like right here. It's a retire pattern. I know it was like a limited edition, something, you know, special. And then I couldn't buy it. And then, let's see. Let's put like a red line maybe, because something like that. So I can see very clearly that is not kitted up. It has all the floss. At least I have a start. Let me show you. I have a start on this. I have the floss guard in a ring. So it's all, you know, prepared. And I have all the floss. Or actually, Joann. R.I.P. Joann. I have the flosses that have that call the most. Like if it calls more than 2, then I bought those. The others call for not very many, so I just have a full DMC set that I can grab from. But yeah, this is a big piece. Look, this is the kind of kitting up that I used to do. And I'm doing this 1/1 full cross, 25 count. Usually I just did 1/1 full cross on 25. And you know that I am switching all those to 10 stitch now. Okay, so that's how it's gonna look. Magic Steady with red line, and I'm gonna start separating them, putting them aside so I slowly start working on them. Next, what do I have here? Millennium. Look, and I even have a good Q. Oh no, this is not the good Q snap. But this is one of my favorite size for full coverage. I feel like the 11x11 is too big. The 11x8 are just perfect. Just you can reach around it very easily. Oh, those stitches look so cute. Again, floss cards. This is, oh my gosh, this is a super size max color, and that floss card is a little bit intimidating. But anyway, I'll do this and just speed it up for you so you don't have to watch through this dreading process. Send the fairies to help me. y'all. So I already finished organizing everything, all the kitted up projects, all the non-kitted full coverage, and I found two that I have no clue where is the floss or the floss guards. I know I have another basket over there with floss guards that haven't been put it in the place that they belong. So in total, I'm gonna just show you how it looks. But in total, I wrote it down. I have a total of 11 that are fully kitted and ready to go, and I can work on them. Then I have two projects that are kind of missing. I have no clue where the floss is, and yeah, one of those is a super size, max color, all the things. And then 30 full coverage pieces that need fully kitting up. Yeah. I mean, okay, I will show you my system. Okay, so this stack right here is all the ones that are kitted, fully kitted up, ready to stitch. And then these two down here are the ones that I have no clue where the stuff is. I actually have one that is missing the fabric and I could not find it, so that's great. But if you can see, I put their name and a plus sign in green that they are ready to rock and roll. Um, I I don't think I'm gonna be continuing the full coverage pieces in project bags like this because I've noticed that getting in and out of the project bag and with all the flosses and all the stuff is just too, I don't know, like it's not smooth and it's a little bit uncomfortable. So I need to find more of these containers to replace these because yeah, but not right now, eventually. So that's all. Let's see if I can get you a visual. But these are all of them. And then here I have all the ones that are not kitted completely. So what I did, let's see, like in this one, I did 3 lines in red. So right here is floss card, or and then just fully kitting it up. So some of them have 3 lines, some of them have 2 lines, etc. But those are all of them. You see, like if they're stacked like this, there's just easier to see it instead of how I used to have it on the top. So then I will have to be like pulling and seeing what project was that. So from the front with the labels and just a little symbol. Okay, 1 line means it just needs kitted up. It has the floss in here, it has the floss card, and it's good to go. 2 lines means okay, this is missing the floss card and the putting it together, putting the floss in the floss guard, but everything else is in here, right? Yeah. I was kind of scared because for a moment I lost this project and I knew I had it in my, somewhere because I knew I worked on it and I'm like, where is it? And it wasn't a it wasn't a project bag like right there I put it. So you see, this has its floss organization. This is a Paco one and a like a replica of the Paco. Um, and I just need to put all these beautiful colors in the floss card. I just haven't done it. I just grab a few. I already have all the symbols and stuff. This is not my only method. I like this method, but since I got, pattern keeper and now I can organize it by floss number, I feel like it's easier to have the number, the DMC number instead of the symbol. But it still works, and I like the fact that you can add or stick your needle in them. Um, See, like it's the same here. You have right here, you can stick your needle. Only thing I don't like about these is that when you're pulling the floss, it can curl the floss. But I mean, with even with the floss scars that I make, that I punch them, they still curl the floss if you don't do it like a certain way. And even then, sometimes you still can. Um, I can't wait to work on this. This is called a mini potting shed, and I have I have these. Sorry that I'm moving a little bit too much. I have these in Ziploc baggies. This was like the first method that I learned. And yeah, I don't like this because you had to open them all the time and it's just annoying and then put it back. So I need to undo this, which feels kind of like going backwards, but and put it, make a floss guard similar to this, but smaller because now this is also another way that I used to do it. I used to just print like zoom out the symbols and the numbers and then print it like this. But now I don't do it like that. I make the hole smaller so I can, just work through it easier. I can show you an example. Um, Sorry, doing recording this with one hand is kind of a little bit annoying, but okay, this one doesn't have, see, 3 lines. It needs floss, the floss guards, and just putting it together. Let's see if we can find a floss guard here, one of the newer ones. Do I have one? No. Okay, I guess, am I going to show, actually, why am I doing this? Let me just show you one of the ones that are kitted up. Let's see here. I have this one. Okay. See, like now, this one is Minnie the Witching Hour. This is a retire pattern. But and I also had hoops and stuff in it. I took them out unless I really want to work on it recently, like soon. I left like a Q snap down there and stuff like that. But the hoops, I took them all out and put them in my little wall here, pegboard. So here's the way that I do my floss cards now. I print the number. I don't zoom it out. Because I just want the number, and then I punch with the smaller punch. Let me see if I'm no, but I punch basically like one closer to the number, one away from the number, kind of like a zigzag, if you can see. That way, I can add all the floss in a smaller area, because if I try to do one hole next to the other, then they will be too many and I wouldn't be able to punch them all. So yeah, so I kind of alternate. And that's my new way, my preferred way to kitting up floss guards. It's a little messy, but hey, for full coverage pieces, it's a little bit messy. Now, going through my whips, I found extra fabric that I had that I didn't know what it was for, and I couldn't read. I usually write the name like under here, like at the bottom with that water soluble pen, but it's been years since I kitted these up. I mean, 2020, and I didn't know what they were for. I couldn't read it. So, but I figured this one out. This one was for a set of like maybe 6 or 8 patterns from Etsy that were round, and honestly that's not my style. So, and this is a good piece of fabric. I'm just going to go ahead and frog that out eventually and put it on my fabric to use. So I just put like a little note here, frog and reuse. And this one, for the lore of God, I cannot find out what project was that. I can't read it. I went through my whole pattern keeper, and this is the only thing that it has, and it's gonna be frogged out and reused, because this is Swigar 18 count Ada. Like, this is great, and this is a 20 count Ada. Even weave from, I believe, Hobby Lobby, when they used to sell those big packages. I bought a bunch, and this is very handy because the fabric is soft. So yeah, good haul that I can reuse in the future. Alrighty. Anyway, I took some notes here for me to remember as I was doing the whole organization and going through all my full coverage pieces. And I need to get a new fabric for a project. It's called Cat Girl and Catfish by Tilton Scrap. It's right here. And then I also need to find fabric for Lily. I think Lily Fairy or something like that. I remember I never picked fabric for that, so I need to check something that probably from this extra fabric that I got. And I also have floss in that container. I just don't know if that's the floss for that, so I need to double check that. And then yeah, and then that was it. It's just a total of 11 fully kitted. So I'm going to update my spreadsheet. Now I got 11 fully kitted full coverages, 2 that are missing stuff. I know for sure I have the floss for Amazing Animal Kingdom somewhere. I know it's in a tote bag or in a tote or something. I just need to find it. And um then I don't know what's the other one, but I got 2 containers that I have no clue where the stuff is. And then at 30 need fully kitting up, is either missing floss like I mentioned, or is missing um the floss guard, and putting the stuff in the floss guard. When I say fully kitted, means the floss and the floss guard and having the fabric ready to go. So that takes a long time. I think I'm just going to leave that stack there because if I put it back in the corner, I will be so lost. And I don't want to be lost. I want to make sure that I don't redo this again because I've done that before. Like I've gone through my full coverage and see what needs to get it up and what has not. You know, you saw my spreadsheet. So I don't want to do that again. So eventually, even if I don't love it, I honestly truly believe that somebody should do that job. Like I will, like if I had the money, I will pay somebody to kit up my full coverage pieces, believe me. And because it's just a hassle. Like who wants to be kitting up? I'm sorry. I know there's people out there that love to kit up stuff. I hate to kit up stuff, and I know hate is a big word, but whatever. So yeah, 30 full coverage pieces to kit up, and one of them took me 6 hours. That's a job itself. I'm telling you. Job opportunity alert for anybody out there. Oh, anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment if you are kitting up full coverage pieces. I noticed that at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year, towards like the beginning, I wouldn't work on my full coverage for some reason. I don't know if this is a thing, but last year I was intensely working on my drinks on the beach. I know it was a Star Sal, but same thing. Like I work on full coverage at the end of the year. I don't know what that is, but I want to work on more of them throughout because when I bought these pieces, I loved them. And even though I know I will never finish them, I don't care. I want to work on them. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Tell me what full coverage piece are you working on, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day and you're taking care of your mental health and your family and yourself. And I hope you are stitching a lot. All right, y'all. Happy stitching. Besos. Ciao.